Hey there, TikTakers! Tomorrow is March the 8th, International Women's Day. And you know that for us, this is a special day that deserves people's attention. A day to commemorate women's fight for equal treatment in society. Thus, we thought it'd be good to talk about one of the most famous women right now, Kamala Harris, the first female Vice President of the United States of America. Kamala was born in 1964 in Oakland, California. She's the daughter of two immigrants, her mother, Syamala Gopalan from India, and her father, Donald Harris from Jamaica. Kamala is especially close to her mother, who is also a renowned scientist and a pioneer in breast cancer research. She was in charge of raising both Kamala and her older sister, Maya Harris. Syamala's Indian background was always present when raising her daughters, and in fact, the name Kamala means lotus, which is both a flower and a Hindu deity. Kamala's parents were activists and knew how to instill their beliefs onto their daughters. They would take them to protest for civil rights and show them different role models. The now Vice President studied political and economical science at Howard University in Washington, D.C., and later on graduated in law at the Hastings College of Law in San Francisco. There, Kamala integrated into the Alpha Kappa Alpha fraternity, the first one founded entirely by Black women, and which is identified by a badge made of 20 pearls. And it was precisely in California where Kamala started to stand out. In 1990, Kamala started working in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, where she specialized in child protection services. Shortly after, she became the chief lawyer of the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, and later on became the chief of the Children and Families Division. As you can see, TikTakers, little by little and through a lot of work, she gradually ascended in her professional career. And later on, in 2003, she became the first female district attorney of San Francisco, which would be just one of the many barriers she would break through her political career. 7 years later, she was elected as Attorney General of California. She was not only the first woman to achieve this position, but also the first African American and South Asian American woman to do it. This time in her career had highs and lows. On one hand, she promoted different important reforms, such as those destined to increase transparency. But on the other hand, her administration also received harsh criticism. In 2014, Kamala married Duff Emhoff, and together they formed a big and multicultural family, which includes the daughter and son of her husband, Ella and Cole. On more than one occasion, Kamala has shared in public that young people usually call her Mamala, a mix between Mom and Kamala. She continued her career and in 2016 was elected as a senator after defeating Loretta Sanchez to obtain that position. As a senator, Kamala advocated for reforming the healthcare system, same-sex marriage, reforming immigration policies, forbidding assault weapons, as well as implementing a Democrat tax reform. She also became known all over the country due to her questions towards civil workers of Trump's administration, as well as Facebook's founder Mark Zuckerberg. In TikTakers, as you know, Kamala kept on reaching higher and higher heights. In January 2019, she presented her candidacy to the White House representing the Democratic Party. She ended up leaving the race, however, and on August 11, 2020, Kamala accepted Joe Biden's invitation to become vice president. The Democrats won the U.S. election, and on January 20, 2021, Kamala assumed office as Vice President of the United States. And in November 2020, after learning the results of the U.S. election, she shared an important message for all women in her victory speech. But while I may be the first woman in this office, I won't be the last. The new vice president will also have an additional power. Given the balance of forces in the new Senate, she has the job of casting the decisive vote to solve cases in which there is a tie in votes. There is a lot of expectation about her administration, but for now, we just want to leave you with a message. Whether you're a man or a woman, you can achieve whatever you work hard for. Good luck, Kamala! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!